Absolutely. And we've touched on this in some of the other podcasts, but what it really comes down to is this. Again, understanding why are you even there? Having that honest conversation at the board level, if it's a public company, why are we here? Why are we here? And it goes beyond, well, to serve customers. Okay, well, of course you're there to serve customers, but do you really understand what it is your customers who come to you want? And do you have a mechanism in place to where you're capturing data and really understanding who are your customers across all demographic levels? And then do you have an ability to take that data and analyze it and really help you start making better business decisions? And the thing that never ceases to amaze me is when I hear people say, well, you want analytics, you want analytics. There's all kinds of ways to get analytics, but analytics without interpretation of data to where you can make a better business decision really doesn't help you much. And so for someone who's playing the finite game, you really need to step back and say, I, in honesty, don't know who my customers are. I know we have customers, but I really don't know what they want. I really don't have a relationship with my customers. I don't have an ability to personalize the experience. I really don't have a good way to get an understanding of, as they go through their changes in their lives, how do I ensure that I'm there to provide them with what they need? And it begins with something as simple as that. And in my business, when I meet with executives, a lot of them scoff at doing this exercise and they're like, oh, we know our customers inside and out. We have all kinds of data. But my reply is, so why are you losing market share? Why are you losing relevance? Because the one thing that stands out for every company that honestly is an infinite player is this: they are relevant in the lives of their customers. Consumers look at them as being relevant. And the biggest danger to regional grocery retailers, and we've seen this with the bankruptcies that you spoke about earlier, they lost relevance. And here's a fact. Here's an absolute fact within retail. When a retailer loses relevance, they never get it back. They absolutely never get it back. I'm a history buff as you are, and I've never been able to find a single example where a retailer lost relevance and was able to recover. And we see that today with Sears. No matter what they do, they're not going to recover. We see it with other retailers out there as well. So the main thing that a finite player has to do is be introspective and honestly look at what they do and look at their customers and understand the importance of data and personalization. And then from there, don't just serve customers, establish that relationship, establish a way to where they look at you as being relevant to what they do on a daily basis. And that's when you start to convince those customers, I'm here for you. And it also is how you start to bring in the right executive team who say, we're not here to win. We are here to play this the long term, to be an infinite player. So it's not easy. I don't want to give that. I've been through this multiple times, but absolutely there is a way to do this, but it really begins with a willingness. The CEO, the board of directors, they have to be willing to go through the pain to do this.
Yeah, 100%. And I would say that, challenging status quo and innovating in an environment that uses dated metrics to measure success is exceedingly difficult. And I'm reminded of an experience from, I think it was 12 years ago, with a successful regional retailer that wanted to build out gas stations. And they knew there was space in the market. They knew they had the ability to differentiate. They knew it could positively contribute to revenue growth. But internally, it was roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. My role was simply to look at parts of the technology at the time. And I remember the CEO really wanted to do this, driving the challenge, driving the innovation, made a pretty bold decision, which was, we're doing this, but I'm going to hire a separate team and they will not be domiciled in the same head office and they will have carte blanche to do what they need to do. Now today, that part of the business contributes significantly to their success in this space today. And I think that, when you're a CEO and you're faced with this challenge, I mean, certainly a lot of my fellow CEOs that I have a chance to interact with, that sometimes it can be really scary, and you just got to take that leap of faith. You have no choice, because it's the difference between surviving and not surviving. Sir, it has been amazing having you on 3 of our podcast episodes, and certainly the first 3. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I would like for you to share with our listeners, how can they get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is just reach out to me through LinkedIn. I have a prominent role on LinkedIn. I write articles, and I always find a way to reply to anyone who does reach out to me. So LinkedIn is absolutely the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Mercatus Radio. Do not forget to tune in, or to actually keep an eye out for our next episode, which will be coming out soon. Mark, can you share with the team, how do they get a hold, the team, and I should say the listeners, how do they get a hold of Mercatus?
Yeah, and I just want to add, Britton, thank you for your contribution to our first few podcasts. It's been a wonderful experience, and we look forward to engaging with you down the road. www.mercatus.com is where you can reach us. Our social channels are accessible at the footer of every webpage. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Thank you.